go to Glastonbury. Next week on Sunday, I'll be teaching there. Yeah. And that's, I own that place. Literally. I literally own it. Yeah. I own it. Yeah. Lock, stock, and barrel. Everything, all of High Street, all of the Abbey, the whole circle. The whole circle. It's at least 1.5 miles in a circle from the point where the center of the Abbey is at, going out. In a circle. That's my land. And it's sacred. And it's meant to serve a purpose. It serves time. It's the only place on earth where time is zero. Isn't that a trip? Glastonbury. The only place on earth where time is zero. Yeah. And that's because that's my place. And that's where I'm supposed to be teaching. That's where everybody's supposed to be drawn to and receive the blessing from the beginning. All the saints did come to that church. Hundreds of thousands of them for over 1,200 years. They came to that church, and when they died, their shoes were left there, their clothes were left there, their signature was left there, all their bedding was left there, their spoon, their cup was left there with the priest, knowing that they will all reincarnate. And that was the belief, that we all reincarnate. Yeah. And that if we put everything into this church, when we all come back, we pilgrimage back to the first church of Jesus Christ, who told us we all reincarnate. Yeah? And nobody said anything like that. But it's the truth. So I had rooms beyond rooms. Yeah? All of the Abbey was a library, a historical covenant. Started off with 12 huts, with a center hut. And each one was from clothing from each one of the disciples was in those huts. And each one of the disciples was given the empowerment as a disciple. Yeah. So they received the light in 12 different emanating energies. And that manifested into the earth. That created the clock of time. And it stopped the process of evil. Closing the door of evil happened at the Abbey. Yeah. Started with the first church, creating the 12 spokes, creating the clock, manifesting the ley lines, creating sacred sites all around the world, and closing the door of the astral plane of evil geomancy. Yeah. The relationship where you take geometric reality and turn it upside down and say evil incantations into it in order to imperil matter, creating an astral door in areas around the planet where there would be ley lines. Those ley lines would gather together, and that would be a natural sacred zone. Just a natural sacred zone, because ley lines connected the whole planet. People meditating, people's consciousness going up, inventions being developed, all kinds of things were directed through these ley lines in consciousness of soulful prana, consciousness. So in any area we'd be building Stonehenge, but we'd be building Stonehenge all around the planet. At the same time we're building the pyramid. And you go around and look at that and you go, how did they do that? They built it the same way they built the pyramid, but how do they do that? Yeah. It's done the same way, just as I'm saying.